在此，我代表全体人员提醒您理解。
才排先啊！那那个，这几点的啊？来，这是牛肉的，然后放票。
Center is very big. We have two options. We can walk to the Confucius tomb and walk there. Here. It's a big place.
This is the others one.
Yeah, the other, not Confucius himself here. So, you want to cover the whole area, we can pay for the cart.
有水噶，我终于怎么来了？
水排咁多啊！我大姐，我大姐。
This is 2,500 years. I think it's actually 2,500 years old.
How many generations? If everybody can stay in the
Anybody with the family name Hong, with the local ID card could be buried here. So there are altogether 100,000 tombs in this graveyard. So these 100,000 people were all Confucius descendants. His tomb is inside this wall. The emperors came to worship him. They started from this hall. Everybody get ready have a rest. They worked for a long time already. He went to that room, have a rest, then start the ceremony of worshiping from that hall. We kneel down, kowtow to the tomb from this hall. Let's go inside. This tree is not northern Chinese tree. It's from southern China. When Confucius was dying, he had 2,000 students. All of these 2,000 students were surrounding him in his bedroom. Only one was not here. That one was called Zigong. Zigong was the most talented student of him. Zigong was very busy doing business, making money in southern China. When he came, Confucius was already passed away, so he felt very guilty. Then he brought this tree from southern China. He planted the tree over here in memory of his being late. So this was planted by Zigong. This tree, the picture of the tree, of that southern Chinese tree planted by Zigong. This stone is called crying tablet because in rainy days or foggy days, this tablet cry for Confucius. Water comes out, tears come out. Actually, the water is not tears at all because many people feel it, touch it, and feel the oil. It's on the surface of the stone. When it's raining or foggy, the water from the air stays on the surface of the stone because of the oil. It's like tears. So the descendants of Confucius just say, "Oh, this is a crying." The stone, even the stone from Zigong is crying. So how great Confucius is, how magical he is. Actually, it's not tear at all. It's water. But anyway, no, carved by somebody else later. The tree was planted by Zigong himself. This tablet was made by somebody else later. This tablet not for Zigong. And only one son. His son was called孔林. Li means carp. Liu, you know that? Carp. Because when his son was born, Confucius' best friend, the king of Lu Kingdom, came to visit him for the new baby. He brought 2 pieces of fish, carp fish. So Confucius named his son. Why not you just call yourself carp? Because my cousin, your uncle, Mr. King, Mr. Uncle, come with carp. So it's called the baby is called carp. Kong carp. So in this city, nobody can see carp because carp is the name of the Confucius son. It's a holy name. So when we eat fish, we eat the carp fish. This species, we are eating red fish. So in Chu Fu, no carp. The carps are called red fish. They're not called carp because carp is the name. And this son was very smart, very talented, very clever, but not hardworking. Kind of lazy, fooling around, but very smart. Then his son, the third generation, was very hard working, very talented, very famous, knowledgeable person, also a philosopher. So the first generation philosopher, third generation philosopher, second generation fooling around. So his son told the first Confucius, your son is not as good as my son. My son is better than yours. The Confucius son is himself bad. His son good. So your son is not as good as my son. He told his son, your daddy is not as good as my daddy. He's in the middle. He's pulling around. His son, his daddy, two philosophers. So he's making jokes with his daddy and his. But his son died before him. In the past, there was a rule. There was a kind of policy. If the son died before the parents, the son cannot be buried in the family grave, in the family cemetery. So Confucius buried his son by himself over here. Before he died, he buried his son over here, far from his family cemetery. Confucius' parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, all the family members were buried somewhere else, not here, far from here. So when Confucius himself was dying, the students asked, "Hey, master, where should we bury you? Close to your parents, your family, or close to your son?" He said, "All my families are together. Everybody stay together. My son is very lonely over here, so I'd better go to be with him." So he started to break the rule to be buried with his son. It was wrong at that time. So Confucius was also revolutionary. He broke the old rule, set up the new rule to be buried with his son over here. So he designed the whole yard for himself. And his tomb is the other one behind his son. Now this one is the third generation, his grandson tomb. Right. Now let's have a look at the Zhou dynasty. Spring and autumn period. So, no, before. Can you read? This is traditional words. You cannot read it. I don't think you can. This is ancient Chinese words. 大成至圣文宣王，大清 great achievement. 至圣 top saint, top seat. 文宣 culture, Wang king. So Confucius died. The later emperors gave him lots of titles. 文宣王, 至圣王, something like that. Something like lots of titles. These titles, some are not logical at all. For example, this one is kind of not logical. 文宣王, Wang means king. So Confucius is a cultural king. Some emperor gave him this title. In Qing dynasty, Kangxi emperor, Kangxi is very talented, very smart and very logical. This Kangxi king, he saw this king. That's wrong, he said. How come Confucius is a king? Confucius is not a king at all. He's a teacher, philosopher. So, Kangxi Emperor refused to worship him, to worship the tomb, because he thought Confucius was not a king. So, the whole family put this big thing to cover the word king. Now, you can see the last part of the king. Now it's Gan. Gan means teacher. So now Gan is not a king at all. So the Kong family descendants put a stone here to cover the word king. Then Kangxi Emperor said, "Okay, I worship my teacher instead of the king." So now Kangxi Emperor said, "Okay, I worship him." Yes, Ming Dynasty, one of the emperors. That emperor is very stupid. He thought, that's the emperor who gave the title to Confucius, thought, okay, I'm an emperor, Confucius is a lot lower than me. I give him a title as a king or as a hou. Confucius sometimes was a hou. Hou is lower than the king. Duke. Hou is a duke. King is as a king. All below emperor. But anyway, he is a teacher of the emperor. Should not be called a duke. Or all the descendants, each generation, the eldest son was called Yan Sheng Gong. Gong is a duke. Gong is something like a duke. So his later generations were called, the first boy were called a duke or a hou, not a king. Himself, not a king. So this is a correction. Now look at this small house. When Confucius was dying, all the students were here except Zigong. Zigong felt very guilty, very deeply sorry because of his absence. Then he built this house to look after the tomb. In the past, Chinese tradition, if the famous or important or even normal father died, the children have to look after the tomb for 3 years. During the 3 years, no meat, no alcohol, no beer, no entertainment, no sexual life. So this Zigong stayed in this house for 3 years. Then he said, I made a mistake. I need to stay for another 3 years. Oh, so he stayed in this small house for 6 years. No meat, no sexual life, no entertainment. By himself. Yes. The other students bring the food to him. Sometimes he eats fruit. Simple life. You have to live a simple life to show that you are sincere.
For 6 years, to show that.
Yes. That's a waste of talent. He is very talented. He could go outside to make big money. But he didn't. It's a waste of money. A waste of time. Waste of talent. But to show the sincere, that's how important. That's important. Okay,
He's the one who supports
3 minutes.
He's the one who supports the driving.
3 minutes for
Let's bow to Confucius. Okay? Are you ready? First bow. Raise. Second bow. Raise. Third bow. Raise. Thank you, Confucius. Look at this Jinsheng Yuzhen. Jinsheng means Jin is a good, Jin instrument and good instrument. Jin instrument performance is the beginning of the concert. And the Jin instrument is the end of the concert. Jinsheng Yuzhen is the whole process of the concert. Someone wrote these 4 words. The writer was called Hu Zanzong, politician, Ming Dynasty politician. He thought Confucius' theory is from the beginning to the end, covers everything. So Confucius theory is the whole process of everything, of the concert, of whatever cultural phenomenon. From the beginning to the end is Jin and Yu, gold and Jin. From the beginning to the end. There were 9 archways, 9 gates of the whole temple, 9 gates. The original temple was very small. The later emperors enlarged the emperor.
built more and more gates. Now there are 9 gates. This one, look at the word Lin Xingmen. The first word on the right side is the word Lin. Lin is a name of a star, of the cultural star. That star is the symbol of culture. This word is a wrong one. It's not a French word. Because the original word, the right word, the left part is a wood. The right part is a Wu is a woman fortune teller. Fortune teller. Confucius did not believe in fortune teller. So the writer, Xianglong Emperor, twisted the word. He thought Confucius did not believe in fortune teller. Then he twisted the word. The part which means woman fortune teller is twisted to be 3 口, 3 mouths. Can you tell? 右边是3个口。本来是个巫婆的巫，孔子不信巫婆，不信鬼神，所以呢，乾隆皇帝就把巫婆的巫改作3个。谢谢。
社会都是最适合现在发展的，包括现在提倡的，你的要不要我来多把靠谱的东西？左手方有洗手间，要不要去？
红道门 all the doors, all the gates were built by different emperors in different dynasties. The other one was built Song Dynasty. It's called Sheng Shimen. This is called the Hong Dao Men in Ming Dynasty. Hong, this word Hong, spread. Dao means Confucianism. Men is gate. Spread Confucianism gate. This Confucianism should be well known, should be popular in the whole world. So this is the meaning of this gate. Okay, now this is one of the most important gates. It is called Da Zhoumen. Da is great and general. Zhong is middle. 中庸之道. Da and Zhong is the most important idea of Confucius, of Confucianism. Da is general and big. Da means the theory covers most of the phenomena. So when you hold a view, don't be very hard to explain. You hold a view, don't be very come to the middle. You hold a view, I hold another view. You say this is rubbish, I say this is good. You say this is bad, I say this is good. We argue with each other. That is wrong. Confucius believed that people should not argue with each other. They come to the middle to negotiate. You say this is positive, I say this is negative. Let's come together to have a talk. Don't fight, don't argue. The Western world, the East world, Middle East, Saddam, President Bush, they should not fight with each other. They go to the middle to have a talk. Israel, Middle East, they should talk to each other, don't fight. This is the opinion of Confucius. Generally, and come to the middle. Another cultural star. It's the symbol of culture. It's a star. 1,000 years ago, it was a library, but it was not a real library. Confucius passed away 2,500 years ago. Then later, the library was built 1,000 years ago. So this was a library for the god Confucius, not for Confucius himself. When he was alive, he did not have a library. So in Song Dynasty, the emperor built this thing for the god Confucius. not for the human. Wood. The wall is stone and bricks. All the rest wood. In the Ming Dynasty, there was an earthquake in this city. All the other buildings were destroyed with the earthquake. This one survived. Nothing happened with this one. So the wooden structure is better to survive in the earthquake. This yard is called tablet yard. There are lots of tablets made by different dynasty, different emperors. Now look at this one. This one is the number one, the heaviest one, the biggest one. The whole piece of stone were picked up in Beijing Xishan. It's a whole piece of stone. It was carved and made in Qing Dynasty by the Emperor Kangxi. Kangxi is one of the best emperors. British. Kangxi. Yes, not written by Kangxi, by his secretary. By his secretary. But from himself. Maybe I should be from himself, but maybe he asked his secretary. Who knows? This is the largest one. The animal carrying the tablet is not a turtle. No, the animal is called bixi. This bixi, not pishu. Pishu is the money thing. This is bixi. Bixi was the sixth son of dragons, legendary animal. Not a real legendary animal. This bixi opens his mouth. You know why? He's too tired carrying this stone. The stone is too heavy. The stone is around 500 tons. 500 tons. It's said that the stone was finished in Beijing. Then it was put into a boat in a river canal. In the canal from Beijing through the canal to Jining. Jining is still 25 kilometers from here. So from the canal to here, 25 kilometers. The local officers could not manage to move it. So someone thought about a good idea. Dig the street, make some wells, water well. Take water, pour the water on the road to make ice. Then pull this on the ice. 500 laborers push. 500 bulls. 500 bulls pull. The bulls pull, the laborers push. For 1 month, it was moved from the canal to here, 25 kilometers. So you can imagine how heavy it is. Unbelievable. Some language topic. Now look at this. The roofs. The roofs are like this. Watch me now. Like this. Look at there. The roofs are sitting like this. This is called doujiao. This is called gouxin. Hook heart. Fight with jaw. I don't know jaw. What is jaw? Horn. Fight horn. Hook heart. 勾心斗角. Politicians tricks, political tricks to fight with each other. So 勾心斗角 was the construction term. Originally, it was construction term, but now it's a political term.
你爬到勾心斗角吗？这是啊，上面。
Said that if this tree was in good condition, the family was in good condition. If this tree was in bad condition, the family was in bad condition. This tree was dying, the family was dying. This tree returned to life, the family returned to good condition. And now this tree is toward southeast. Can you tell? Can you recognize southeast? The sun is northwest. North. The sun is west. Sun is west, southwest. The branch and the leaves are towards southeast. You understand?
Yeah. Oh, is it?
2,500 years old. The root is original. From the original seed.
Second generation ah.
Yeah.
Second generation.
The, yes. Planted by
Confucius
personally. The branch and leaves are towards southeast because the last duke is in Taiwan. Last generation duke, Kong Decheng, is still alive in Taiwan. So the tree is toward Taiwan, towards the owner, the master, the family, all the family members in Taiwan. So it will be normal.
Hopefully.
Xintan, African platform. This was where Confucius gave his lectures to his students. Everyone sit around here. He was standing there, teach the people. So it's called African platform because at that time this was a small forest, African tree forest, Xintan. Look at the other one.
What existed since Confucius' time?
Confucius' time 2,500 years ago.
Yes. I mean, this building was existed.
Well, this one was rebuilt later. The original platform, very simple. Very simple. A piece of wood. He stand on that wood. Okay, class begins. Good morning, boys and girls. Today it's this story, blah blah story.
Is it an open air classroom?
No girls. No girls. At that time, no girls. Dachengdian, Great Achievement Building, Great Achievement Hall. That is the place for the people from all over the world to worship Confucius, to celebrate his birthday. That's the exactly place. So every year, all the Kong family members, official ceremony, central government. Every year, central governmental official ceremony to celebrate his birthday every year, September. So that is the place. Now we have 10 minutes. 10 minutes walking around here. Take some photos. Exactly 10 minutes. 37. 2:37 here.
开天辟地，没有一个人超越孔子。孔前绝后，前无古人，后无来者。这里边不光供奉了孔子，还有孟子、颜子、曾子以及山东五大圣人都在这儿。那么我们也非常荣幸，因为这五大圣人全都在济宁地区，都在我们济宁地区哈。在我们曲阜呢就有3位，一个是孔子，就是字圣，再就是呢父圣。颜回，还有就是肃圣孔吉，孔子的孙子。那么立在30华里以外的周城是孟子的家乡，立在100华里外的嘉祥就是曾子的家乡，所以全都在我们济宁地区。这里边的乐器呢，每年就用一次，就在每年的国际孔子文化节的时候搬到外面奏乐使用，平常都会用哈。来看一下，咱们往外走了。
我们头顶上这一块，头顶上外面的头顶上一块啊，声名未有，看到了吧？这4个字啊是雍正皇帝所写的，也就是说，自从有人类以来，还没有全面超过孔子的人。我们再看一下孔子四下房的这一副对联，这一副对联呢是乾隆皇帝所写的，孔子四下房的。上联是气背四时，与天地鬼神日月合其头；下联是教垂万世，即尧舜禹汤文武作之师。2副对联中啊分别有一个错别字，我们先看一下上联。与天地鬼神的鬼字，鬼神的鬼字少了一撇，因为孔老夫子是至高无上的圣人，所以说啊那一撇是没有的。你来看一下下联，也有一个错别字。下联是不是？老师的师字最后一个字，老师的师字也少一点，因为这个孔老夫子生前就主张善人行必有我师，咱们人人都是。
大家会说了，孔子距今2000多年，而这个事情呢又2000多岁，啊，这里边是不是有些啊，大家出来闻就可以了啊。为什么说孔子斋呢？孔子啊，咱们今天所参观的孔庙，实际上是在他住的位置上而成的庙。那孔子当年就在这边生活过，那当年呢，他在这边亲自栽过2棵树，但他栽的树呢已经死去了。那元朝时期，一位叫张仪的教授在孔子家里面又发现了一棵小树苗，啊，就是桧树苗。桧树呢就是柏树。当时呀，就移了出来，栽了这个栽树的位置上了。但古代的这棵树呢，就因咱们孔庙着雷击火，都烧死了，仅剩了一棵树身。清朝时期，雍正年间，没有任何人摘它。这棵树呢，
当时他看到的那个
在孔子栽树的根部重新长出来了一颗小侧芽。大家看那个石碑上方写道：“先师手持桂。”先师这不指孔子吗？亲手摘的这棵桂树，那一个所谓的是何一树呢？就是因为这棵树在它的根部又重新发出来了一颗侧芽。哎，所以称它是孔子摘的桂树了。但这个桂字啊，其实是一个注音字，不能念会，也不能念贵，为什么？再往上
Okay, everybody, ready, go! One more. Make it bigger. Ready, go! The eldest son was a duke, 衍圣公。衍名字 pass on， 圣名字 sage，passing sage on duke。So each generation opened only for the emperors. So the emperor came, they would open this door. Otherwise, it's closed. You are. Administrator, a duke, and a judge. This was the office of him as a judge to sentence criminals. This is called 大堂. 大堂 means 大堂 has 2 meanings. 大堂 hotel lobby. Hotel lobby is called 大堂. Courtroom is also called 大堂. 过大堂 means come through the courtroom. Maybe tortured, maybe punished, maybe sentenced to death. The 过大堂 means suffer. Suffer. 衍圣公，衍 means 繁衍，圣人公 duke. This one 钦差大 Qingchen Dacheng is the minister on behalf of the emperor. The minister visit other countries or do some solve problems on behalf of the emperor. This Qingchen Dacheng has the emperor's ceremony. So this minister go to visit other countries, they have to accept him as a emperor, as the emperor himself. So emperor level minister. 紫禁城骑马 the Duke could use a horse, ride a horse in Forbidden City. Nobody could ride a horse in Forbidden City. He could. So this Duke was very high level. Yesterday in Jinan, we visited the Baotuquan. We entered the entrance. We found a decoration mountain, gardening mountain. This is also a gardening mountain. It is called Jiashan, big mountain. This mountain is facing the door. There's a phrase, 开门见山. You know 开门见山?
Frankly speaking.
Open the door, meet the mountain. So you open my door, meet the mountain, tell me what you want directly. The Duke was an important person, so lots of his friends, his relatives, his neighborhood come to ask him for a favor. So many people come to ask him for some special purpose. Then they come, hi Mr. Duke, it's a fine day, isn't it? You are looking terrific. Oh, this coat is beautiful. Oh,
You look smart.
you look so smart today. Then, in Middle East, something happened. In Africa, something is happening. Oh, tomorrow will be a raining day. After 5 hours. Mr. Duke,
Time to talk.
would you please give me 500 yuan? Would you please help me? Otherwise, I will be killed by the emperor. Something like that. So, many people come to ask for a favor from the Duke. They just don't say it directly. They talk about the weather for 6 hours. After 2 meals, they say, can you do me a favor? It's a waste of time. So the Duke put the stone here and tell the people, open my door, meet my mountain. Open my door, tell me what you want directly, immediately. Don't waste my time. So for 2 meals, skip over 2 meals. So this was the place for the wives to punish the husband. No. It was to punish the slaves, punish the housekeepers. Now this was for water. Ask everybody. Ask everybody.
Hello. Country high.
In the yard, it was said that no man more than 8 years old can enter this inner yard, except the Duke. So the Duke was full of girls. The Duke has lots of wives, lots of maids, lots of housekeepers, all girls, lots of children, lots of daughters. So children elder than 8 years old men did not live here. The boys did not live here. So this was the backyard for all women and the Duke himself. So this was good feng shui. Very good feng shui. No water inside. No well. So the Duke hired someone like me, strong, to carry water every day, pour the water outside here. Used to be very simple, just a hole to pour the water. The Duke's wives were very lonely, so they watched the water boys. Oh, hey Frank! Hey, water, please! Give me a hand! Hey, water boy, give me a hand! So then the Duke put something more, make it a bend, curve, with a curve, so to stop the connection with the water boys. So this is very funny.
So my question is, when do they know that they need the water? Or non-stop they put the water, or sometimes?
They see in the yard for feng shui purpose. Could not dark. could not dunk for water. Could not be done. Understand?
工艺品不实用，你睡上去的倒头，你不是真龙天子。这里面有一部分满汉全席纯银子餐具有些氧化了，银子餐具就可以识别有没有毒的。满汉全席当中的一小部分。
耶，不到。
Oh my god.
See, he had 4 wives, just 1 baby. When he died, he did not have a baby yet. He did not have a son yet. So his wife was pregnant. When this 76th generation Duke died. Then, 1 son. Still pregnant, still in belly. So then after he died, the baby came out. When the baby was born, the central government, that's 中华民国，没有中华民国，北洋政府袁世凯 after 袁世凯，徐世昌，最终的 president 徐世昌 ，after 袁世凯 a couple of years, this Duke was born. When the Duke was born, the new Duke was born, the last Duke. The central government sent a troop to surround the house here because the Kung family wanted to have a new duke. If they did not, if the boy was a girl, they would maybe borrow another boy to take the place of the girl, to cheat the government. We got a boy. So the central government supervised the whole process. And finally, it was a boy. He was the last duke of Decheng, was born over here. In 1936, he got presents, gifts from George Marshall. You know George Marshall? George Marshall is the American ambassador in Beijing. George Marshall and Chiang Kai-shek gave him some gifts. Sofa. This window is from George Marshall. This window inside the sofa from Chiang Kai-shek in 1936. Relative children. This was the school for them. Private school. Look at this painting on the wall. There's a path of a painting. Wherever you are, the path is always toward you. Now we are here, the path is toward us. We move a little bit, still toward us. We move to there, still toward us. The path of the painting is always toward you.
是哦，向这边来，向这边。